What's up, guys? Hey, Recovery. Hey, Alec, how are you doing, my friend? Alright. Okay, my friends, hope everything is well. Let's start the way I always start any stream, any, to be fair, not today, but normally I start any stream, any YouTube video, any Patreon video. What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing well. I see amazing people in the chat already. USMT Soccer Cards, Alec, I see Thomas, I see Recovery of the Week, so Recovery of the Week? Not sure about Sports Cards Finder. Hope you guys are doing well. So, as you guys know, today we have another live stream. Nothing that should be shocking for you guys, right? People told me, and I believe it's true, since I've been noticing that quite a lot recently, that this week, not this week, in general, PWCC have been getting a bit weaker and weaker. By the way, do not forget to leave a like if you enjoy this type of live streams. I know they are a bit long, I ramble too much, but if you still find value, still find something to entertain you, please consider to leave a like, consider to subscribe, all the good stuff. Also check both links below the video, Patreon community. If you like content like this, I put a lot of content on Patreon. And also, of course, my Discord server. We are so close to 1,000 members. Consider to join and be part of the community there. So, like I was saying, seems like PWCC is a bit weak recently. Does not surprise me that much. This is a trend that we have been seeing even in other auction houses, to be fair, but seems quite evident on PWCC, since I believe we also track PWCC a bit more than the other ones. Hey Valencia, how are you doing? One of my favorite parts of the week. See, that's why I have to do it. I would say one thing, next week, I'm not sure if I will be able to do it. If I do it, good chance you guys will hear some noise on the background. I have to do some work in my house. And I was talking with the person that will do that work, and I believe Friday will be the day. So there is that. But I don't know. I probably still do it. I like to do the live streams a lot. I already said this in the last live stream. Doing videos for YouTube, to be fair, at this point, I'm a bit burned out, but I still love to do the Patreon Q&A, especially because you guys give me the topics, so it's very fun. And I also love to do the live stream, since I interact with all of you guys, and for me, there is no price on that, honestly. That's one thing. So basically, let's not waste any time. I like to talk with you guys a bit at the beginning, but we have a lot to cover. So let's start with this. We start with the typical pre-war stuff. Beautiful cards. I mean, you guys know, I actually love pre-war, especially pre-war from Spain. We have a couple of important players like Zamora, one of the best goalkeepers ever. I do not like the oversized slab, but I really like the designs in Spain at the time. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. Joan Gamper, very important person for Barcelona, as you guys know. Until this day, I believe they have the Gamper tournament. 1.5, they say is a rookie. To be fair, I cannot say if this is true or not. Most likely will be one of the earliest cards for sure. Then we have Santiago Bernabeu. I guess you guys know Bernabeu by the name of the stadium. So, of course, super important figure for Real Madrid, and they also put rookie on this one. I also don't want to say if it's true or not. I suspect could be true. some early Zamora, a couple of legends from England, Dixie Dean, again, one of the most famous in the pre-war market. Recently, a lot of talks since Haaland, at this point, seems unlikely, but Haaland at one point was in contention to was in a good track. I'm sorry to beat his record. Now we have also Stanley Matthews, probably one of the top three, top five pre-war players. Amazing player. His career was very. He's actually one of my favorite players to study in pre-war. But as you can see, other people think the same, and there is a lot of Stanley Matthews appearing on the market. This set the Carreras popular personalities. A couple of you guys may saw in the past I posted Princess Elizabeth at the time, that later ended up becoming queen, that also have a rookie on this set, so I actually know the Carreras set quite well. There is other important personalities in this set in particular. Okay, now we have a couple of other players that I do not care that much. Stanley Matthews early stuff. Bobby Charlton rookie card. This is correctly labeled, being 58 since he's inverted on the back. We also have another important player, Jimmy Greaves, magician with the ball. One of the first players that actually had that, that flair, that skill that we love to watch. Not that I remember, but at least the books tell that. We also have Aquarela Garrincha, PSA 5, very good grade, black number, so a lot of things to like about. As you can see, PSA population on of 2, just one graded higher. Let's keep moving. Early stuff for early, always relative, but let's say stuff on the 50s, people may still even consider earlier for Di Stefano, even though Di Stefano was already quite old at the time. Do not know a lot about this sticker in particular. Ruiz Romero is a popular brand at the time, was a popular brand at the time, better saying. So interesting card for sure, not my market. Hey Cardauer, Vincent, how are you doing, my friend? Happy to see you again. Let's continue with this. Shout out to Cardauer, OG of the content creation on soccer. Now we have Pelé. I would say this card is quite famous. Is a very iconic celebration. Is very emotional right there. This type of stuff for Pelé in the rookie material tends to be quite more affordable than the other rookies like Aquarelle. Not even talking about early football again because that's in a different level. But you guys get the point. It's a nice entry point to the Pelé market. Still alive? How are you, man? I'm doing great, my friend. Our market is a bit different right now, much slower. Let's put things that way. But if you are a collector, you probably still find a lot of fun, a lot of joy. Gento, a player that I see more people talking right now because Modric, Kroos, Benzema. I'm not sure if Carvajal, I'm not sure, but at least Benzema, Kroos, and Modric, they may hit 6 Champions League this season. I know this is a big if. Manchester City is a very tough team, and even who knows with Milan or Inter. But there is a path, there is a scenario, and this Real Madrid team is historical, and the record of Gento for sure is in dangerous. Was a very important player at the time. I don't think he's in the same level as, for example, Di Stefano or Puskás, but he's a legend. Not that the market cares a lot about team, but he's a legend. Garrincha, not a lot to say about this. Those cards, you guys already know my opinion. They are classic cards. This one in particular, Evan Auto. Keep one thing in mind, Beckenbauer actually ended up signing quite a lot. So do not pay crazy amounts of money just because Evan Auto. The market needed to mature, glad it did. No, for sure, I agree. I think the market overall is better. So. Okay, now we have Coluna, legendary player for my club. Mario Coluna is the name. This sticker in particular, Mantigame, have some lore, have some lineage around collectors. Coluna, I feel like, is not very explored right now. Was probably the after. I'm sorry. after Eusébio, the most influential player for Portugal around that time, ended up winning two Champions League. I believe Eusébio just won one, so actually Coluna, again, I'm talking from the top of my head, I could be wrong on this. But at least Coluna, I feel like, have two Champions League. He's a legend for sure. Until this day, probably makes the best 11 for Portugal, if you make a historical 11. If you guys don't know what his play style was similar to Yaya Touré. Again, comparisons are always very relative, but he was a strong force on the midfield. Yeah, again to have six Champions League, but Modric, Kroos, and Benzema, if they win, and again, who knows, of course, but if they win this Champions League, they tie with him. Okay. I believe Florian Albert won Ballon d'Or. I could be very wrong on this one, but I have the idea that he won Ballon d'Or at one point in time. Either way, he was an important player. They put, they actually don't put rookie. That's good because this is not a rookie for him. But again, the set is amazing. Palirex, I love the photos. The blue background is a classic for sure. Thailand said, thoughts on printing plates? They are okay, I don't think there is a huge market for them. I don't have a lot of experience with printing plates on soccer, to be totally open with you. But for example, in Star Wars, I ended up buying a couple. I did okay. I feel like it's a market that collectors, they is almost a niche market. It is not in the mainstream realm of things. Casio said, "Whoa, another Friday has rolled around quickly. No, time flies, my friend. No major purchases for me this week. Just a nice Henry 2016 arriving today. The memories. No, congrats, my friend. Henry was such a legend. Especially if you are, I'm not sure if you are, but if you are an Arsenal fan, that's probably a all-time great for you and for your collector goals. Could be such an amazing chase. I have some Henrys. Actually, I would love to buy or even trade for an Henry foot soon. I sold one, but yeah. What can I say about Henry, right? He's such icon. Never ended up winning Ballon d'Or, but does not matter that much. He's still one of the best pre-modern players ever. Now we have Gerard Muller, little striker. I want to do investing in greatness for him. I already did for Beckenbauer. Those cards, again, not super difficult to find, even in good grades, that they tend to be quite easy. I'm not sure about this one, but for example, the 66 ended up getting distributed by vending machines, so there was no album for them, and that alone made them easy in condition rarity. Thomas said, André, will you be at the German card show next weekend? I don't think so, my friend. I did not even know. Maybe you told me in the past, but I did not even know. This week, the next week will be a very, very busy one for me, and potentially will be the week that I know if I may go to the National this year or not. So next week, my house needs some work to be done. Something a bit heavy, to be honest. I actually will spend a good amount of money on that. But apart from that, that will take me a lot of time since I will have people in my house all the time, and that's what I struggle a bit since I have to be in the house for sure. But I did not know about the show next weekend. But amazing that we are seeing more shows in Europe. I eventually will go. I actually, my plan, and I'm not sure if I told this on the stream or not. By the way, if you are watching the stream right now, consider to leave a like, consider to subscribe, and check both links below the video, my Patreon community and my Discord server. But going back to the topic, my plan to go to a show, especially in Europe, would be trying to contact PWCC or even a collector that comes to the show that be able to bring my collection. That way, I would I would be much more incentivized to go, you know. But yeah, that's a different story for another day, I guess. So talking about Beckenbauer, we have a very special card for him, the first Panini World Cup sticker, and of course Beckenbauer was one of the biggest stars in the world in the set, and this is a super iconic card for Beckenbauer. The same card, you guys get the point. It's a sticker, but inside of a slab is the same thing. PSA 1 population 1 of 3, 5 graded higher. There is a couple of variations, by the way, on the back. I would need an hour to explain all of them, to be honest with you. But if you want to invest in this card, do some research on that front. I actually did investing in greatness for Beckenbauer, but I end up not talking about that. So interesting to see. At one point in time, I felt that every auction house, every weekly auction on PWCC had one or two Platini rookies. They seem to be a bit more scarce right now in the market. I think that's good, by the way. Platini, as a person, probably most of us don't like him, but the reality is this man ended up winning 3 times Ballon d'Or and just have one rookie. That alone, and I've been talking about this more and more, is quite powerful. There is a couple of amazing players that are in similar situations that they just have one rookie. Platini is one of the best examples. Zidane, Ibrahimovic, Van Basten. There is another big one that I forgot for some reason. Ronaldinho, of course. So again, there is a couple, and I think that's a very interesting play. When a player just have one rookie, rarity becomes a bit more relative because in reality is there is just this, you know. So, and if you think about nowadays, a player have I don't know 50 rookies, 100 crazy variations. It's just insane. Platini, 3-time Ballon d'Or, one rookie. Again, most likely you will be able to afford what? A PSA 1 or a PSA 2 without back damage. They tend to be a bit more expensive. But even one thing, be careful with this card because SCC, but especially PSA, to be honest, on this one, they end up overgrading, in this case, misgrading a lot of them that have damage on the back and they got 4s, 5s, 6s. Is actually quite crazy. So be careful with that would be my only advice. But as a player, again, in terms of greatness, what am I doing? In terms of greatness, does not get much better than Platini. If you don't like him as a person, that's a different story, and you do your own decision. Basket World Cup stars, those cards they seem quite common. This is part of the same set. I remember buying an entire set for what $20 with all the players in top condition, and at one point the market was paying stupid amount of money. To be fair, like any market, and everything was doing well. If you had a 9 or 10, you'd get a crazy return. Right now, I don't feel like that's the case. For this set in particular, I don't think it's a super relevant set, and I would not pay crazy amounts of money, even for condition rarity, since I feel like more of those can still appear in a PSA 10. Rivellino, one of the best players ever for Brazil, a player that I feel like we do not talk a lot. Maradona idol, if you guys are not aware, was a magician with the ball. That kind of makes sense for Maradona to love Rivellino. This is not a rookie, but it's a cool card for him with Brazil, so kind of like for a couple of bucks, maybe could be a good buy. Rummenigge, a player that ended up winning 2-time Ballon d'Or, does not get a lot of attention in the market. His rookie is quite difficult to obtain. So probably early card like this one. This is just a random example, being honest, but probably could be the best option you can find. Now we have 78 crack Campeonato Mundial Diego Armando Maradona. PSA 2 looks quite nice. Honestly, eye appeal on vintage tends to be one of the most important things. Sometimes you see a PSA 2 sell for, random example, 1K, and the next week another PSA 2 sells for 1.5K, and you think, what's going on? And most of the time is eye appeal, because when you are dealing with the PSA 1, PSA 2, maybe even a 3 or a 4, there is huge difference in terms of eye appealing, and this is, looks nice. Really, the centering could be a bit better. But in terms of damage, nothing too crazy. Maradona face is quite clear right there. So I like it. And you can see PWCC even end up giving this card is high appeal exceptional. Let's put this on the favorites. Now we have Kempes, a legendary player, not super relevant for the market. They put rookie, I don't think this is a rookie, but it's an early card for him. We also have Hugo Sanchez. I talk so much about Hugo Sanchez that I feel like today is not the day to talk about him again. This is a very iconic set, the 79 Calciatore. Why am I saying this is a very iconic set? It's a very iconic set because the Maradona sticker is super, super important for our market, and that alone pushes the entire set. So Valencia said, does Iniesta only have one rookie card? One rookie card. If you mean card, yes, it's the Mundi Chromo, but there is two stickers. Super Estrelas, one is part of an update, is the headshot. The action shot is a bit more common, but still quite more difficult than the Mundi Chrome. Mike said, how much did Goldie Netflix show move the market? I don't know, Mike, honestly. And even if end up moving the market, I don't think soccer will be the first thing to get affected. And I also feel like that type of shows can have a delay, of how impactful they will be. Because I feel like, for example, now you cannot put anything on YouTube, but let's say in 10 years, a couple of clips start go to YouTube, they may get viral there. So I think it's a good thing for the hobby. Did you guys like the Golden Show? So Casio said, 2004 Messi Campeão Catalan, should I only buy graded now? As I'm hearing, there is a lot of reprints fakes around. The 2000, the Messi Campeão cards, no, for sure there is fakes, by the way, but it's not one of the worst cases that we have in the market. I can only afford a lower grade right now, but at least it will be legit. Again, if you are playing the market long run, and first of all, if you really like Messi, if you really like that card in particular, I think it's always a good time to buy. The Messi market is, I would say, fairly strong comparing, for example, with 6 months ago. So the bottom of the Messi market comparing with now, the bottom can still happen in a couple of months. We don't know that for sure. But right now the market is a bit stronger for Messi. I feel like, but I'm always a buyer for Messi cards. The Land of Free said, "Hi everyone, how are you doing, my friend? Kempes is the GOAT, Andre. Kempes is a good player, but he's not the GOAT. But if you are a Valencia fan, I understand. I know you are not a big rookie chaser when they first came out, but do you ever have expectations or a time frame when you consider?" Yes, so I guess I can tell you that. I can tell you this, not that, but to be fair, that also. When Mbappe was in the final, I was thinking, you know what? There is two scenarios for me. One, I will keep buying Messi if Messi wins. Even if he end up not winning, I would keep buying Messi, to be honest. But it will be huge for Messi to win the World Cup, and I guess there is no spoilers because you guys all know Messi ended up winning the World Cup. So that was great. But I also was, what about if Mbappe wins the World Cup? If Mbappe had won that World Cup, put 23 years old, 2 World Cups, I would start collecting him, to be honest with you, because Mbappe automatically will become a crazy, crazy important player in this generation in the last 50 years, because at 23 end up winning World Cup, potentially Ballon d'Or, if that end up also happening. I know this is not end up happening, but I'm telling you an example. If that end up happening for Mbappe, I would be collecting Mbappe. By the way, I have a rookie for Mbappe. Actually, I have 2 rookies. I have the sticker. I also have the cards, the chrome purple. Nothing too crazy. To be fair, I think the purple is still quite expensive. I also have the treble. That is probably my favorite. But that's about it. I may have some other cards that I don't remember. Specific raw, like what's the name of the set? The adrenaline stuff with Monaco, etc. That I actually enjoy for Mbappe. But what I'm saying is I would start collecting him quite heavy. Second year cards, third year cards. I would go much more deep into his market. And that can still happen if he wins the Champions League, if he wins one or 2 Ballon d'Ors. But for now, Mbappe has not done enough for me to consider him to collect. And you can tell me, Andre, but if that happens, you need to pay much more for his market. You are correct on that, but I would be okay. Maybe I can. To be fair, there is no scenario I can afford the best of the best for him, so that's not even a problem for me at this point, since I have no solution for that. But yeah, I would wait. Is just what I'm trying to say. Same logic with Haaland. I'm not sure if you are also trying to push the narrative to Haaland, but even if Haaland wins the Ballon d'Or, the Champions League, big if, because that stuff can still not happen. But even if that happens, it is not enough for me to collect him. What about 82 with Mágico Gonzalez, the best Central American in the history? I don't know a lot about him, Land of the Tree, so I'm sorry. I would love to give you my perspective, but I don't know a lot about him. Which is a bit scary because if he's the best Central American in history, I should know about him. I know about Passarella. I know about a lot of legendary defenders, but not about Magic Gonzalez. Talking about Gonzalez, not sure if he's this one, but let's move on. If you guys see any card that I'm not talking about, and if you want my perspective, feel free to leave a comment and I will take a look. Okay. Maradona with Napoli. What a time to be a Napoli fan, right? It's crazy that Maradona is not seeing what's going on right now, especially. I'm so sorry. Especially because Argentina ended up also winning the World Cup. Andres Escobar, if you guys don't know the history about him, it's not an amazing history. It's a sad one, but it's actually a fascinating one to learn about. I will not give you any spoilers. Go to YouTube, put Andres Escobar's story, and you guys will find something that maybe blows your mind. Carlos Alberto Valderrama, legendary player for Colombia. Higuita, what a team they had, to be honest. Marcel said, Magic is not a defender. Okay. Could have been one of the greatest, but he didn't went to, like the classic song from Cadiz. Okay. Recovery said, the guy in the Discord with the travel IG account has some crazy cool travels, yeah. Messi goal PSA 10 out of 10, yeah, I know. Does not get much better than that. No, if he loves travel, that's... I mean, I guess the one of one will be better for Messi, but that's about it. Even the green, I'm not sure if a green 10 of 10, because people love the gold on the set. So, but yeah, I agree. Well, amazing collection, crazy. Magic was a forward, not a defender. Okay, it's good to know, honestly. So let's continue. This is actually the first World Cup sticker for Marco van Basten. He has an 88 Euro sticker, but this is actually the first at World Cup level. Not that I think the market cares that much, but I thought was nice to tell you guys. I think Colombia could win a World Cup someday. I mean, technically yes, but it is very difficult, to be honest. Same logic with this first World Cup sticker for Paolo Maldini. Same logic with this one. First World Cup sticker for Romario. Not sure about Ruud Gullit, but I would assume it's the same. By the way, what an era to be a fan of the sport around the 90s. Van Basten, Maldini, Romario, Gullit. It's crazy stuff. So I see we are close to 20 people watching the stream right now. Thank you so much, guys. If you can leave a like, I would appreciate a lot. I know I asked for the like multiple times, but especially on a stream, that can impact the live stream in a very positive way. If you guys leave a like, more people watch the stream. The stream goes a bit further in terms of reach. Okay, I am right, legendary player, but the rookie is not the best. Ooh, this is a nice one. Let's take a look. BGS 5.5. Um, yeah, I feel like I saw this card in the past, and I feel like this card could be a fake. Also, very weird grades. Why is the surface 4.5? Yeah, I personally would not bid on this, my friends. I'm telling you, I don't know if you already bid or not. There is a good chance that a couple of you guys already have this on the favorites. But I would stay away of this. The reason is you can see the rosette pattern is not clear. Also, when there is a possibility that the white, the back being very white, is something that happens, but normally they don't look this white. You know, this looks just too clear that there is a typical yellow that tends to happen on cards like this, and the colors on the front also look quite bad. So I would say this is probably a fake. Again, if I'm wrong, it is what it is, but I prefer to put the message out there. I would not be bidding on this, so don't worry if you guys want to go, but I suspect it's a fake. Batigol, Batistuta, not a rookie, but early seeker for him, so if you are a Batigol collector, could be a nice card. Another Roberto Carlos. I feel like this one have been appearing a good amount on PWCC. PSA4, low to mid grade, I would say. Looks fine, honestly. At one point, people was paying stupid amount of money for these stickers. I was saying, again, not trying to be the one, oh, Andre, you are right all the time. No, I'm wrong a lot of times, but in terms of rarity, I tend to have a good grasp of the market, and I was telling people, be careful with Brazilian stuff, maybe not as rare as you think, and more will appear. And we are seeing that right now. So probably my favorite rookie for Francesco Totti, legendary player for Roma. I had one in the past. I don't have a copy right now, but I eventually want to get one. I feel like this card is so well done. Nice background in Italy. I love the logo for Roma. And talking about Totti is talking about Roma. To be honest, they are basically one thing. Is the king of that city for a reason. Ronaldo, Copa America Mundi Cromo, another sticker that I feel like people paid too much money at one point in time, being totally open. I think the Mundi Chrome is still a bit more difficult than the Navarrete, but still not crazy difficult. Do I think this is a cool sticker for Ronaldo? Yes. Do I think people probably still consider this rookie material? Also, yes. So there is some positive things. Rarity probably is not one of them, but I would say condition rarity could be a thing. By the way, I saw that some people end up leaving a like on the stream. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's keep moving. We have a couple of Futeras. Cool cards, but I'm not going to waste a lot of time on them. Actually, I don't know, over time this ended up becoming my favorite rookie for Pirlo. I know some people love the Calciatore. There is one card even 1 year earlier when Andrea Pirlo was playing in the second division of Italy. I believe is DS, the name of the set. I believe is also Panini. But I like this one. The reason is quite simple. Not that I think this is the best one to buy. I really like the red background with him wearing a blue and white jersey. I think looks really cool and goes well with the slab. Do I think that in terms of lineage this is better than, let's say, the Panini Calciatore? Probably not. In terms of rarity, should be not similar. The Panini Calciatore is probably more common, but this is also not crazy rare. There is some condition rarity, as you can see. By the way, check if this is true. Sometimes they actually lie about this. Not that they lie. Okay, this was a bit too strong, but I feel like they have the card on the vault and they go with what they had when they end up curating the card. Cool, David Beckham. Majestic Grading Company, how are you doing? The red background really pops. No, I agree. I really like this card for Andrea Pirlo. Okay, let's keep moving. Now we have a Premier Gold David Beckham. This is what, second year or third year? I know the first one is 96, so also maybe third year. Yes, third year actually, because actually no, the other two previous to this one. PSA 8, you can see the corners they seem a bit messed up, but cool card, not as iconic as the first one for logic reasons, as people consider that rookie material, but it is what it is. Okay, I guess I will talk a bit about this one. Not my type of card, being honest. I don't even like that they grade this type of stuff. This is from a pirate set. Um, Blows my mind that they grade this type of stuff. But it is what it is. I would avoid comments to be nice. Merlin Premier Gold Magic Moments David Beckham. Really cool card. To be fair, having the video for the card is sometimes is even better than putting the card on the slab, because this way you can really appreciate the card. Mundichrome, very good grade for Puyol, PSA 9, PSA population 105, just one grade higher. I actually don't like this copy, I would say, and I will explain you why. Normally, it's not difficult to find this card in good condition. The problem is to find this card with good centering, and this tends to be the main problem with Barcelona. And this card is off center. I understand it's a 9, but if I would buy a 9, I would look for one that is well centered. The CSC grade sticker softer. I got a 2017 Neuer in CSC 9, which doesn't look good in hand at all. I mean, I don't know. In general, I think they grade fair, to be honest with you, Thomas. But don't take a lot of conclusions for one card. Maybe you got lucky with the grade or something. But in general, I feel like they grade similar to PSA and the CSG. I think Beckett grades a bit softer. I already talked about this in the past. But even that is very relative, okay? I always say look at the card. And some cards, they really don't look good no matter the slab. And you have to have that in consideration. So I talked about this card in the last live. I feel like another card that people paid too much money, not rare at all. Even condition rarity gets very debatable. It's a cool card for Ronaldinho, but Navarrete is production is quite insane. Talking about the card I like a bit more is Didier Drogba Panini Foot 2002-2003. Not super difficult to find. There is some condition rate for sure. Actually had the BGS 9.5 in the past. Is a really nice card. Drogba is a legend. But this set, and this is the type of stuff I don't have great explanation, to be honest. If you compare Panini Foot 2002, for example, the Ronaldinho card is very popular on that set. Seems extremely difficult, but Panini Foot 2003 all of a sudden is quite more easy to find. Not sure what's going on. Maybe the production ended up increasing in that year, and that could be a strong possibility, but I don't know. Just putting some guesses out there. Another card that people paid a lot in the past, never made a lot of sense. I also saw people making some moves with the bag, so the blue is more rare than the black, or the black more rare than the blue. Does not matter. Those cards' production tends to be quite high. Probably one of the easiest cards to find for Ibrahimovic in the early years. So I understand the appealing of this card. And people, I've been getting more critics about this, that I'm too negative about rarity. I'm not too rarity about rarity, my friends. It's just that I feel like more experience in the market, and I'm very careful with this type of stuff nowadays. Those Beckham moment cards are very hard to grade with all the corners. I believe in that. Yeah. Couple of stickers, 98. I would say this is an iconic sticker for Ronaldo. Not 98. I'm sorry, 2002. This Brazil team was insane, but look at this: Ronaldo, Cafu, Emerson, Lucio. I mean, what a team! Rock Jr. was also amazing. Another card that I would stay away for Ibrahimovic. The reason is I think this card could be custom made. Being honest. Oh, Andre, but PSA grade. Yeah, so what? You know, that does not mean anything. I never found any information for the Campione de Futuro set. This is not a thing just for soccer. I believe there is a LeBron James in 2003. I believe that's the rookie year for him. And I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy knowledge on NBA, but I believe that's the rookie year for him. But I never found information. So maybe PSA have information that we don't. And if that's the case, all good. But I would say most likely not licensed, even if they are legit. That I still don't. Robin, cool card for him, not the best grade. This is a really cool one, 7.5. It's not the crazy grade, but looks nice on the slab. I can see a bit of white on the corner. The back normally tends to have more damage than the front for some reason. This is not the foil version, right? No. But really, really nice. Actually, I believe the non-foil is lower pop than the foil. Ribéry, so if you are talking about Robben, we need to talk about Ribéry, Robbery, if you guys remember. But, I mean, legendary player for Bayern Munich, his rookie material is still quite affordable. It's a nice one. Ronaldo, Paixão por Portugal, PSA 9. So those cards by itself, I feel they are difficult to find. But the PSA 9 is, honestly, this surprises me a bit. Without knowing, to be fair, I had an idea, but without knowing anything, I would assume, no, not anything, without knowing the rarity of the cards and how bad they are in terms of centering, to be fair, this also is not that great in terms of centering. I would assume this will be much lower, but 1 of 10, non-graded higher, so this would be the top grade. Actually, I love this one in particular because in all the times the Portuguese flag had these colors, the blue and the white, and this was a throwback to that. I actually remember Cristiano Ronaldo with his jersey, so that's how old I am. Okay. A couple of Messi rookies, interesting to see. I feel like the best rookies for Messi are disappearing the market right now, especially even for this one, the Campione. We are seeing more mid-grade, 6, 7, maybe even an 8, but 9s, BGS 9, PSA 9, they feel a bit more difficult to find right now. From these two, I like both, but I love this one. Okay, I cannot lie. I mean, this is such an iconic card for him. I like the fact this is a Campion card, Campion, the Catalan version. This is a knight, so a bit better. I just wish the photo was different because it's the only card that does not have a unique photo for Messi, and that I do not appreciate. 2004 Cristiano Ronaldo out of 500. This is his numbered card, but there is a lot. Out of 500, PSA 8, 1 of 13. Okay, 8 rated higher. Cool card for him. I'm not sure if he's. No, I'm pretty sure this is part of the same SP set. I believe this should be graded 2003, 2004. Not that matters that much, to be honest, but really cool card for Ronaldo and yeah, one of the goats. What can I say? Drink a bit of water, my friends. Actually, another numbered card for Ronaldo. This is a bit more scarce. Instead of 500, it's 400. People say PSA population 1 of 11, 6 graded higher. AMGC, great to see. Okay, we're talking in the chat. Valencia said, I was speaking with a soccer card dealer who didn't know what a 7Bs was. How does that happen? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they are really into breaking, they may not even be engaged with the market we like. So that could be normal, to be honest. So before we continue, let me ask you, all of you guys, for one thing. First, leave a like on the stream. Second, subscribe to the channel if you end up not doing that already. And third, but also very important, if you love this type of content, I put a new Q&A every week on my Patreon community. We are so close to 100 Q&A, so if you joined right now, you have content for days at this point. And also my Discord server. My Discord is totally free to join. Link below the video. We'll also leave links on the comments if you want to join. Yeah, I saw that you guys are grading tickets and packs. I think that's a good move to be honest. Right. So let's talk about this one. Second year card for Lionel Messi, and it's kind of like one of the first refractors foil cards. The name is up to you. For Messi, the Mundi Chrome one in 2005 is also foil, and of course we have the 2004 that is also foil, but it's still one of the first early shiny cards for Messi. I like this card a lot, to be honest. I know the market right now is, I would say, down for the LCF in general, but it's still a cool card. Any particular card or secret in this auction you are going after? Honestly, I don't know. I saw a nice Maradona 78 PSA 2, the Crack Campeonato Mundial, and I may be looking for one, but I'm not sure. Thomas said, what's your opinion about the 2017 Chrome image variation? I like them. I know they are very short printed. I believe it's 1K, right? Yeah, I'm talking from the top of my head, but 1K or 500. I know it's something like that. I was watching in the past that guy that opens a lot of Chrome, and he told the odds there, and he even said that he prefers the variation to the purple. Uh, After that, he prefers the colors, but until the purple, he actually prefers the variation, and he ended up using Messi as an example. I love LCV so much. No, it's a really, really cool set. I also enjoy it a lot. Now we have some Aguero. It's 500. Yeah. Okay, 1K was stupid, to be honest, because 1K is almost a refractors, right? But yeah, no, I like it. And the thing I like it actually about those cards is the fact that if you really think about they are unique because they don't have colors, so even if you buy a purple Messi Chrome 17 or a blue or even whatever, even a green, right? Well, you are competing with all the other colors, so it's quite interesting to put in perspective that that card not having any color, not having any number on the back, actually is quite unique. I love the design of Merlin's. This foil was very typical, even in Pokemon. There is a lot of this stuff. I mean, Steven Gerrard. Right, let's keep moving. So these cards, they are quite easy to find. Not sure why this is a 5, to be honest. Looks much better than that. The ones that are really difficult is, and I have a photo on my Instagram, is the 2007, 2008. Again, you guys can go to my Instagram. The ones that they are plastic cards, acetate, I believe is the correct term. But they are cool cards for Messi. The only issue we find so many of our customers with LCC get caught out with the reprints. Oh yeah, no. I mean, to be fair, you also have to be very early on the market to get caught by that because it's so easy to spot that stuff, right? There is a couple of things that I mean, even myself with years of experience, I make mistakes, but that one, I feel like everyone can avoid. Okay, Recovery said, Andrea, do you have any opinion on the Panini Bandai Football League cards similar to the LCF? The refractors are pretty cool. So, in terms of aesthetics, I actually think they look as good or even better than the LCF. I had a lot of them in the past. For example, I believe Bernardo Silva, the rookie, is actually on that set. But in terms of rarity, they are similar to the LCF, so not difficult to find at all. Nice card. We're talking about this one, right? Carlitos Tevez. Actually, I was a big fan of Tevez growing up. I remember being in the university and United as that front Tevez, Ronaldo, and Rooney, and I thought, of course, Ronaldo was amazing, but Tevez was one of my favorites. So I talked about this card in the last live, but I will say it again for people that are watching this for the first time. Actually, I like this card because you have the best players on the league. The most valuable player, the MVP was Sergio Ramos. Revelation is basically the rookie player of the season. Of course, Messi ended up winning that. Pichichi is the top goal scorer in Spain. Ruud van Nistelrooy being the one. Zamora is the best goalkeeper. And Los Más Seguros means the safest ones. I think they probably end up not getting a lot of goals. Casillas, Valdez, Leo Franco, Palop, especially Casillas and Valdez. You guys recognize Casillas being one of the best goalkeepers ever. Ooh, that is actually true. So if you guys want to get one, maybe this is the time. Lovely design by Mundicromo. I was talking about Mundicromo yesterday, and my opinion still stays the same. People really, really need to be careful with this type of stuff. They are amazing cards. They have some condition rarity, but that alone does not justify you to pay stupid amounts of money for them, especially in a discovery phase like we are right now. Copa America Venezuela 2007 Navarrete. Beautiful sticker. I really like this one. First Copa America for Lionel Messi, so maybe a narrative that can get stronger in the future. Don't think it's crazy rare, but as you can see, PSA population 1 of 1, just one graded higher, so there is that. Ooh, Panini stickers with Portugal flag. Yeah, probably not my thing. Another one. I mean, so far this auction is okay. I was talking about this one. So far, this auction is not looking that bad. So this is actually difficult to find from my experience. If you disagree, I mean, if you disagree, the counterpoint is buy it raw. But I actually feel like this card is difficult to find in general. Normally, there is a lot of scratches on the card, and my copy is also a 5. Actually, it was James that ended up selling me one of his extra copies, and I love this card. I also love the Ronaldo one. The photos are actually amazing for both players, and I mean this is an iconic card. Actually, I really feel that because it's a premium set at the time for Panini. I think the design is so sick with the Champions League on the background. I don't know. I really like this card. Also, cool cards for Ronaldo. Those are a bit more common. I believe around 2008. No, not 2008. Probably 2007. 2007, 2008, Mundicromo ended up changing the product. Instead of being a trading card, they basically became a quiz. The reason for this, and I would say 99% of the people do not know, is they had some legal issues with Panini, with La Liga, but the reason was Panini, because there was some conflicts in terms of the rights from what I know, from what other collectors told me years ago. But yeah, they are cool cards. I agree. I rarely see these cards pop up. The cup tends to be scratched a lot on the back. Exactly, on the back and also on the front. It's not only on the back. But yeah, I mean, really, really cool cards. Thomas Muller. Actually, crazy to see this is a low, not a low, a older cert. So someone was already believing in Thomas Muller years ago. Probably one of my favorite rookies for him. PSA 9 is a nice grade. Is not crazy condition rarity to be honest. At one point, there was a couple of sealed product for this set in particular. This set was specific for Bayern Munich going around. But these is a really nice card for him if you are a Muller collector. I also like the double CFA card. I mean, you have a couple of alternatives. Even the match attacks is up to you. But Muller, in terms of greatness, is up there for me. Mega Cracks Karim Benzema. So, if you are not aware, this is the first year at Real Madrid for Karim Benzema. At the time, Benzema, Kaká, Cristiano Ronaldo, and I believe Xabi Alonso also end up joining the team. So imagine getting all of these players in one transfer season. He was not the player he is today, to be honest. He was very good at Lyon, but was basically a prospect. Of course, later ended up becoming a Ballon d'Or winner. So the narrative for this one, just to finish my thoughts, could be similar to to the narrative we have for the Cristiano Ronaldo 2009. Is the most important card for Ronaldo? No, but is a very important one. Same logic would go for Benzema, understanding the difference between Benzema and Cristiano Ronaldo market. Really, really, really cool designs. I wish we knew more about the variations on Mundi Chromo, because you can see there is a lot of variations. There is the red, there is the green. But you guys ask me in terms of rarity, what's the difference between them? We don't know. There is some people trying to predict, but I feel like pops are too close for me to make a prediction. I actually feel maybe they are all the same, honestly. 2010 Adrenaline, cool card for Messi. I mean, not should not go for a lot since people do not like Adrenaline that much, but it's a really cool card. Guys, we are 2 likes away of having 20 likes on the stream. If you can do it, I would appreciate. You can see a couple of variations again for Ronaldo and Mundi Chromo. Those are cool. Again, he's actually population 1 of 1. Ronaldinho and Messi. I mean, crazy to see it. Ronaldinho, not Ronaldinho, Messi and Maradona, probably even better. But yeah, cool cards. I think they are a nice cards to have in collection. Would I buy a 1 of 1? Probably not, since I suspect more will appear. Out of 99, Ronaldo Net Finders. This is an insert on the 2014 Prism, a super important set for our market, as you guys know. But blue with Ronaldo does not go well. If this was a red, the card will look much better. There is a lot of this going around, by the way, especially for Neymar. I feel like I see a lot of photos. I will not pay a lot for this, to be honest. Actually, Neymar is a very cheap player right now in the market. You can buy an auto for him for very, 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 very affordable, I would say. Giorgio Cialini, not Giorgino. Giorgio Cialini. Refractor. PSA population 1 of 1, just one graded higher, but how many people care about Cialini? He was a very good defender, but his market is probably not the strongest. This looks cool as a team card. I think the blue goes very well. One of my favorite cards, as you guys know. There is no 10s for this, if you guys are not aware. 9s, I believe even on SEC is the same, is the top grade. I have SEC 9, is one of my favorite cards for Messi, being honest. I also have the Ronaldo, I think you have to have both. This card was not in packs, if you guys are not aware. This was actually a promo that you could get if you bought the starter pack for the set, but this was not inside the original packs. Let's put things that way. You probably know this if you see my videos, but I suspect some people may never saw the video I did on the inserts. This is a bit tricky because almost feel you look at this and feels like this card is numbered out of, It's kind of tricky, but yeah, this is not a numbered card, so be careful. Of course, is an important card for Mbappe. Right? I've been seeing more people talking about this select set, the 2016. I feel like people love the design of this set. Can't say I'm the biggest fan. I think the Messi looks really cool on the blue. I think that one in particular looks really nice. But I don't know, this set does not stand out for me, to be totally honest. There is a couple of, look, I like, for example, the Stadium Chrome the first year much more than I like Select Phone 16. But I'm probably alone on this. Not alone. Some of you guys may agree, but in general, people love the Panini products. Important card for Mbappé, still rookie material. Is a silver refractor. Janko. It's a gold card, so. But it's kinda junk. You guys get it, right? Never mind. Alright, so let's take a look at some Chrome. PSA 10, base. Even the base looks so nice for Messi. This is a nice one. PSA 10, purple refractor Neymar. The reason it's a nice one is PSG looks really nice on the purple. It's almost a color match. I don't care what people say. I mean, Chrome 2017 design is it's really difficult to beat. Even the refractors look really nice. I also love Prism, Treble, Flawless, etc. But yeah, the Chrome design, I really enjoy it. How do you guys feel about Foden? I feel like people are not talking about him that much anymore. He's struggling to get on the first 11, right? So kind of crazy that in the first season, probably ever for City, he's not playing, or at least not playing as much as people expected. Optic again, another set that I don't follow that close. Don Ross is even less. I guess I'm more a Tops guy than a Panini guy in Modern, which is a bit ironic because I understand Panini is more important for us looking at the history, but I like the Tops product a bit more. And a lot of times is also more affordable. Talking about Panini, Immaculate Gerard Piqué, 1 of 1, and Graded Dyer. This is number out of 10. Cool card. I mean, Piqué, I know that there is some hate, especially with all the situation with Shakira right now for him. But I feel like Piqué was, at one point in time, arguably the best defender in the world, or at least for a couple of years even. But yeah, people forget too fast. Great player in his prime and very important for Spain, for Barcelona in all the glory that these two teams end up getting. So I was talking about Vinicius yesterday on my Discord. His market is down. Forget about a crazy amount. I'm talking about more than 90% in general. Not Vinicius, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, never mind. I was thinking about Ansu Fati. To be fair, I suspect that the Colecciones Este for Vinicius is also down quite a lot. But going back, because this is in the same set. No, it's not even in the same set. Never mind. It's 2019 for Ansu Fati. Never mind. But you guys get the point. Ansu Fati is down a lot. I probably will make a video about that. Godi. Another player that was very important for Athletic Madrid at one point in time. Amazing defender. But probably not a lot of collectors for him. PSA 9 Purple second year. Looks really nice, to be honest. I mean, there is a huge drop between second year to first year, and the reality is that the narrative is not there. But nice card for Messi. Oh, this is a cool one. Sadio Mane Gold Refractor, PSA 10. Looks really nice. I mean, again, not a player that have a lot of collectors in the market, but looks really nice. Yeah, this is the year of the rookie for Ansu Fati. They are adding cards right now. Okay. So the only player I found that is down more than Ansu Fati is Timo Werner, and that's not a good sign for Ansu Fati collectors. This is a beautiful card for Messi. First year Sapphire, really nice. I mean, I'm not sure about the pop report, but really nice. I also love his with a yellow kit because looks a bit different. Purple Modric, nice photo to be honest. Really like the design on this one. Top Scrum Sapphire Edition Green for Neymar. Also really, I like the design on this set. No matter if you are talking about Chrome or, uh, or Sapphire. In the past, I did not like it, but this ended up I don't know. I mean, now I like it. See, guys, we are one like away of getting 20 likes. If we can do it, I would really, really appreciate. Yeah, now we are getting to the modern era that I got completely lost. And this is why I think it's so important to separate modern from ultra modern, because after 2018, oh man, so many products are getting made for soccer. Sorry, really nice design on this set. This is a beautiful card. Imagine this card on the red refractor. But even on gold looks really nice. Gold Messi refractor, 6 out of 50. Bit of center, which is normal on this year for top scrum. I mean, he's a Messi, he's a top scrum, so there will be a market. It's not a crazy important card for him. Let's also be real, you know. But it's still a Chrome card with another one with Barcelona, so people tend to like it. Another player that is down a lot, Pedri, does not surprise me. I mean, this rookie stuff is always so dangerous. He's still a very good player, but I guess the pricing effect was too strong. Man, Inception really did amazing, beautiful cards. This is base, right? But this is a really, really beautiful card for Holland. I don't think this is a crazy buy, by the way, but honestly, the design for Inception in the first year was really good. The second year, I felt like certain cards are hits, but a lot of them I did not enjoy as much. Well, probably not winning the Premier League anymore. Glory is gold. Oh well. He's struggling a bit right now with Tottenham. Trezeguet, I was a big fan of him also growing up. I mean, I also played a lot with Juventus at one point in FIFA, and he was such a machine there. This is years and years and years ago. Most of you guys probably never played FIFA with Trezeguet. Score. I mean, the design is not even that bad for Score. I have to say it. I actually think the cards look kind of nice. This product was released in Europe, if you guys are not aware. Rashford, okay. No, yeah, he's struggling a bit with Spurs. It's kind of crazy to see. Someone is calling. I cannot get the call right now. Okay. But we are finishing this, so this sleeve stuff is not for me. I don't even take a look at the cards to be honest. It's just not something I collect. Oh, this is a nice Vinicius. So we have to talk about this one. Do not buy this stuff for a lot of money. Hendrik is one of the. You guys will probably hear a lot about Hendrik a lot. He's kind of like the next big player coming from Brazil. There is already a Panini sticker. Loja Panini. So this is Loja means store. So basically, this is maybe even get on the website. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is be careful. Don't buy into the hype. Well, another one. Okay, this is a nice card. I mean, Prism for Mbappe. Mbappe does not have a lot of photos yet, but eventually will have. Ricardo Carvalho. What a player this guy was. One of the best defenders I saw in the Premier League. I know the hype was all about Ferdinand and Terry, but Ricardo Carvalho in his prime was as good as them. And the cool Pelé. So, guys, let's put all of you guys on the chat. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put. I would not mind answer at all. Otherwise, I will end the stream. Thing. Oh, I was about to put some music, but I can't. The number of new products is overwhelming between Panini Prism. Yeah. I will answer you on the chat. I actually have to end the stream now. Someone is actually at my house, so I have to go. Don't worry.